Good morning, everyone. This is Clients First. We are a San Diego-based networking group, gone virtually with everything kind of going on, adapted. We do this every Tuesday, 7:30. Why don't you guys introduce yourself? Jenny?
Sure. Jenny Skubal with Stewart Title. We provide title and escrow services for real estate transactions.
Jeff Crawl, Fifth Power Consulting. I help business owners generate more revenue so they have more time freedom to live their life.
Vinny, residential real estate, helping people buy and sell residential property. We have been getting more people, not necessarily in San Diego and in California. And title is not in all states, right, Jenny?
It is a. You mean it is in all states?
Is your position as a title rep in all states?
I actually focus. I can do anything in California.
But is it in other states? Do they is the process the same? It is. Okay,
it's not the same in every state. There are attorney states where an attorney selects the services. However, Stewart Title is in all 50 states, so our company is there. So if I can't personally service it for resales, I mostly focus on California only. And then for refinances, though, we do actually have a national desk that can help all 50 states. So
perfect. Yeah. And then Jeff, you have clients like all over the place, don't you?
Yeah, I have clients in Australia and all over. So as long as they got a phone or internet connection, I'm good.
And I'm only licensed in California, yet have connections of other people in other states, other areas. So so if you're watching another community, different state, different country, whatever it is, some of the stuff that we might talk about maybe not pertain to you, yet feel free to reach out. We can kind of give you more specifics about that. I totally forgot. Are you giving a little presentation today, or I forgot? Was it you did last week, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I did last week. Do you need me to do this week again?
No, I don't know if it was, I think it might have been Kevin. I totally brain fart with the whole 4th of July Avenue, and hopefully you guys at least were able to enjoy a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
definitely.
Yeah, let's just jump into it right now.
My kids inside the house.
Oh, got a little wild out there with your kids, huh? So let's jump into it and just kind of give your ideal referral partner, and we'll just go with Jenny and then Jeff.
Ideal referral is real estate agents or lenders that need help with understanding the market, what we've got going on right now with COVID, or that need more business because listings are still down about 20% year over year, looking at June's numbers. So I'd love to help them, find those new deals. And I also with refinances, our prelims are coming out super quick. So we've had some really, really happy clients on that end with being able to get the refis processed and done on time with no interruptions.
What about you, Jeff?
For me, it's I have 2 platforms. So the first one would be business owners. And these are business owners that are stressed out, burned out. They're basically trying to do things all on their own, and they haven't discovered how to automate things and use technology in a way that can grow their business and, more importantly, give them time to live their ideal life. So typically anyone in the sales role is going to be the best that I can help, because financially I can grow that very quickly for them.
My client right now is people aware, if they're watching the market updates or just kind of understanding the San Diego market. We have now about 1,200 more properties under 700,000 under contract, and we do have active on the market. So that market, we need inventory. So if you're looking to move up above that 700 threshold, it's a great time to do it. If you're looking to sell under 700, it's a great time to do it and move outside of California. Maybe we hate all these liberals in California. You want to just get out of here and sell. It's a great time to sell. So something to think about. Why don't we, because I think the presenter we have for this week is not going to be on, but we can dive deeper into each of you guys' businesses. And we have, I think, Kevin, a financial advisor, going to jump on a little bit too. Walk us through. I know you talked about basically your ideal client. Maybe walk us through maybe one of your success stories of one of your clients or one of your new clients and how they found you, what the process was, the questions they asked, things like that. Jenny, you want to jump first?
Oh wow, just on the spot, huh?
All right, I know Jeff has stories for days, so I mean, Jeff can go give you a little time to get it going. You want to do that, Jenny?
Thank you. Perfect.
All right, Jeff.
Sure. All right. So I'll tell you two stories. So one, I have a business. I'll do a business one. So I have a financial advisor who has always gained his clients through referrals or through his network type stuff. And we talked about other ways. Now that this COVID happened, he wasn't able to meet with so many people. And so what we ended up doing is we did a webinar that would attract his type of client. And then from there, that webinar, we went into LinkedIn and had him message certain people to fill the webinar up. And then now he's gotten quite a few appointments where he's now worked one-on-one with them. And I believe 2 of them have already started to convert. So that's something he wasn't doing before, but now, has a whole new avenue of doing that. And now we're streamlining that webinar to where it's running automatically without him because we recorded one. And we're going to do Facebook ads towards that. And so he had no clue how to do any of that, but, I would guide him through every step of the way. And so that made a huge difference. Do you want me to go through another one?
You know what? Do one more. I need the crazy more.
Okay, perfect. I'll do another one.
Stories.
I'll do another one on love. And so one of my so another thing I do is I have a bestseller book called The Fifth Power for Relationships, and it's the 5 key secret powers to finding your soulmate. And so I teach people how to find their soulmate in 120 days or less. And one of the things I did was I ran a challenge for these all single people that were seriously looking for that special person. And so this gentleman, Nicholas, went through my process over these 7 days, and he created, he's a total detailed person. He was amazing, but he created a manual for everything that I was saying. And he started doing it. And one of the things I teach is not to use those time-consuming apps that are out there. And he literally enrolled his sister, who was a few years older than him. And and when I say enrolled, got her engaged and excited about helping him to find his soulmate. And that was one of the things he had to break through, was being vulnerable and letting others to contribute. And so anyhow, he went on 30 dates all during this COVID, all through video dating type things to find his soulmate. And he actually just had his first dinner, I guess, together now that they opened up and stuff. So, but things are going amazing. But it was just kind of between that aspect, it was nice to hear that, he followed the process. I have a 5 fifth power formula that he followed, and he did it within 30 days. It just actually, I'm sorry, it took him 60 days, but it took 30 dates. So
and all virtually.
And all virtually, yeah. And this is the thing is, probably the key thing that I do, not only for my business clients, but also on the love side, it's mindset. So the 2 major things that differentiate me is I'm good at helping people break through the mindset. Oh, it's COVID. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Whatever that justification is, we can get to the core of that, and then we can reprogram that mindset for that, so it's no longer holding you up. And when that happens, you go like for him, for Nicholas, it was 30 dates, immediately. Or it was able to give up his ego and move towards asking his sister for help, and so there's these little things which saved him tons of time because he didn't even have to do anything, It's just he told his sister what he was wanting. She went out and found everything. So, it was just that's one major thing. And then the second thing is my formula. So just inside my book and my formula, that whole process, 5-step process, if we just go through that step by step, and work through whatever mindsets that are there with that, it just makes it easier for people to accelerate their results.
What about you, Jenny?
So I had a client, an agent that I've been working with for a couple years. With COVID, had to, try to reach out to more people. And we have got a great product called Title Toolbox that we were able to help them target homeowners in the areas that they've been farming. But they started to really focus on some distressed sellers and like people who would need to sell. And he's had 2 listing appointments, I think, every week in the last month or 2, just because he started a new mailer campaign. And we have those leads on there that are actually at a heavily discounted rate. So they're from 5 to 50 cents a piece, which other products, it's going to be anywhere from like $1.50 to $5 a piece. So he was able to save a lot of money. He was able to make his dollar go farther on the mailers that he was sending instead of just getting a bunch of addresses and not really knowing who he was sending to. So he's been super excited. He's never had that kind of momentum and that many listing appointments. So, and I think he's, been closing about 60 to 70% of those, which of course, there's always that chance, but it's all a numbers game. I mean, the more people you reach out to, the more appointments you get and the more listings you get from those. So, and I think he's comfortable with that because just like, not every lender is going to be compatible with every person who's wanting to borrow money. Not every agent is compatible with a seller. I'm not compatible, I would say, with every personality of every agent out there. So it's been kind of cool to see. And the whole virtual, listing appointments, I've helped a lot of clients like work through those, kind of perfect those presentations as well so that they can share their screen and they feel a little bit more confident in being able to share the information virtually. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So I would say a little bit of what Jeff said about basically mindset. I mean, that's something that's really changed the way I looked at things a lot over the last maybe a couple of years. I mean, that was always about the activities and doing the stuff, but changing the mindset. And so growth has been a big thing. And that's kind of why I built a podcast and stuff like that. But with one of my team members, they were getting really deflated. I talked about it last week, but really deflated about not getting the business coming through. Said, focus on the mindset, do the activities. All it takes is that next person. We think we're more important than we actually are. So you call someone, they're yelling at you, and you find out that they just had their kid was in the hospital or whatever it might be, and then you call them next week, and they're okay with talking to you. They're happy you actually called them. So we think we're more important than we are, and so just having that mindset that just keep doing the activities, and now their business is kind of growing exponentially. So that's kind of been a proud moment, just because they kept on pushing through, and trying not to take it to heart. I do a lot of cold calling, and sometimes it can get difficult not taking the stuff to heart when someone's saying some very negative stuff about you. Yeah, if you just kind of push through and you go, you know what, they're doing the best they can with the tools they have. They're probably in a bad spot, whatever it might be, and just kind of make that next call, because the next call is going to be the one that's going to get you to where you want to get to. So that's been kind of a really proud moment for myself. What's something that maybe someone doesn't know about your business that they could do today to maybe help them out? Is there something that you guys want to throw out there? I'm going to add Kevin to the call. Down. Hey, Kevin, you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up? Kevin Thomas, financial advisor, just educating people on the markets, reaching financial goals. And really, a lot of what I do is more focused on helping people reach financial goals more than just picking individual stocks. And then some of the different questions you guys went through. Recent story, actually, with a client. A lot of what Jeff said. A lot of it's people I know, referrals from that, and then what I've been doing in this time is that's actually still been good. Just working with prior clients, referrals, helping them, just servicing existing clients, and there's certain things, making changes to their investment strategy with the market. And then I have jumped on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn has definitely been beneficial as far as new connections, new contacts, and I'm still kind of virtual networking with the chamber and with you guys. And then a story of working with a client would be actually, this is somebody that if you didn't mind, Vinny had referred to me a few months back, and just it was honestly just really good working with them, and again, just virtual networking, and then following up with them, and staying in touch with them as situation changed, and we're reconnecting this coming week to kind of discuss some different investment strategies, retirement strategies, and stuff. So yeah, that's, I mean, a lot of what it is, virtual networking works pretty well.
Yeah, they only say horrible things about you. I'm joking. Only positive things, great things. Yeah, they said that you were very informative. I mean, I think that's for a lot of our business, right? It's providing the information for the clients to allow them to make the right decision. You know, so you give them all the information possible and give it in a way, because this is actually something that was brought to my attention with one of my clients, was the idea. They said that you provided a lot of information for someone that hasn't done this before, but you didn't talk down to me. And I think that's like kind of like that line that you kind of want to stay on, is we're giving the information, but not make them feel like they're ignorant.
Yeah, because no one wants to feel like, oh, you're talking to me like you're better than me or something like that, and it's not the case. I mean, if I went to the doctor and I was getting a surgery, you know, I have college degree, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm uninformed. I need to know what's going on. So like, definitely educate me on all the information so I can know what's going on, and it's the same thing.
I mean, let's go into that question. Is there something? I mean, everyone on this call has been in their business for, I mean, a good amount of years and a good amount of time, and has kind of grown. What's something that you've learned over the last maybe months, years, that you wish you knew or someone told you when you first got into the business?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Basically, one thing is just staying the course with, and it's kind of what you said, Vinny. I don't do the cold calling thing. I was actually making some phone calls yesterday, and it was actually so funny. I made a couple calls, and then it was one call I had made, and it actually wasn't a call, just outgoing call to reach out to somebody. It was actually a completely separate topic, and the person had mentioned, hey, you're a financial advisor, right? Because there's some stuff we had done in the past. And he was like, yeah. He's like, we sat with somebody in the past, and it wasn't a really good experience, but we did some separate work, not financially. And he's like, yeah, would you mind if me and my wife picked your brain? And I'm just like, and the call wasn't even the intention of doing that on the call. I was calling for something completely different. And so staying the course through your process. You know, if you have a process by which you meet new people, or doing calls, or your LinkedIn messages, just basically just continuing to do that. You know, even ignore the news headlines. I mean, it's the same thing I tell people in investing. Ignore the news headlines, especially if you're a long-term investor. Just stay the course and keep moving forward. And so I think that's probably a big thing to first, get with a guy like Jeff, to have a course, have a business plan, a marketing plan, and then stay on that course if you know it's a solid plan that you're on. So,
Jenny?
I think my biggest thing is that everyone kept saying we're due for a recession, the housing market's gonna crash, and I think I wish I would have known, that, because the housing market's so strong right now that even if we are going into a recession, it doesn't always impact the housing market. And I think everyone was really scared from 2008. So that's just kind of something I wish I had known a little bit better, and knowing that our business was going to be okay, and that it's not always perfect. You can't always expect, but to know it's not always a strong summer month. It's not always going to be a dead winter. I think a lot of expectations around when business is happening isn't always true. And that if you take time off during the winter, yeah, you're probably gonna have a dead winter. But if you keep going and keep making those calls and not take December off, as a lot of people do in our business, then I think that you can still have a strong, full year. So.
What about you, Jeff?
What's the question again, just so I'm clear?
So what's something that you've learned over the years that you wish someone would have told you or you would have known when you first got into the business?
Yeah, I think there's a couple things. So one of the things I've learned is about myself and even with my clients is a lot of times we try to do things all on our own first. So kind of lone wolfing it, so to speak. And by doing that, it creates that burnout. It creates that frustration because you're learning too many things at one time. And so for myself, I guess the thing to learn is how to outsource as fast as possible and utilize that so that I'm leaning into my business and I'm growing my business versus trying to do everything on my own. And I'll give you an example of that. Just for myself, I have my own coach, right? I could say, well, I know a lot, I go drink, but no, I need my own coach. I need someone that does the same thing that I do for others on myself. And so I think that's a important factor is to have that person, there that can source you to things that you should be doing versus trying to do it all on your own. And that makes a big difference. I know some of the things I do is, I have masterminds that I'm in that cost me $25,000, but the knowledge that I get from that, can accelerate my clients to make millions, so it's those kind of things, like really invest in yourself, get someone that's going to push you beyond what because if you use their knowledge, you get to your destination much quicker.
There's so many things that I wish I would have known when I first got into business. I think the three biggest things is systems. I was always good at follow-up, yet I never had any kind of email campaigns, any kind of drip campaigns, any kind of stuff on social media, any of that kind of stuff. It was just like, I'm going to call you, I'm going to text you, I'm going to keep doing that until you're ready to buy or sell. And that was it. And I realized I left so much stuff on the table, so many people on the table by doing that. And so building some kind of system right there, listening to the right and wrong people, doing verification on who I'm talking to, that they're actually, even though someone might care for you, doesn't mean they know what kind of field you're in and what needs to be done to get something. And then, I guess those are probably the two biggest ones right there. But the system, I think, is big for anyone, any kind of business. Having that follow-up, having your email, having your leverage. There's people that I talked to actually just a couple of days ago. I haven't physically or text message talked to this person for about 8 months. But they see my social media stuff, they see my videos, and they go, "Oh my gosh, your stuff's so hilarious! I love what you're putting out there. If I have any questions, I'm definitely gonna reach out to you." And I'm just like, those kind of moments right there go, the stuff I'm doing is allowing me to leverage my time, because instead of actually reaching out to them all the time, they're able to see my stuff. I'm able to keep myself top of mind for them about that topic. So things like that kind of say, okay, those X amount of minutes made it worth it. So I think anyone starting a business, you're in a great spot right now. Build your system, understand how you want to do it, how often you want to touch your clients, how you want to touch them, emails, drips, social media, whatever it might be. But right now is a great avenue. Let's finish it off. And before I forget, if you're looking to join this platform, if you have any questions for anyone on this platform, we're going to do a final round right here. Each one's going to tell you how to get in contact with them, best way, avenue, social media, phone, whatever it might be. So Jenny, want to go first?
Yeah, best way to contact me is my cell phone number right there. Texting, call me. You can also reach me by email, jenny.skubal@stewart.com.
Perfect. Jeff?
Just like it says on the screen, jeffcrawl.com. and 619-855-1462. Give me a call. Let me know what business questions you have, what love questions you have. I'm more than willing to, help you out since you're part of watching this network.
Sounds good. And then Kevin.
Kevin Thomas. You can reach me at 561-312-3862 or look me up on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, Kevin Thomas, financial professional. LinkedIn, I have working on getting presence up on Facebook, but I do have a pretty big presence on LinkedIn, actually.
And if you're a spammer on LinkedIn, feel free to reach out to Kevin Thomas. Just shoot him a direct email saying that you're going to reach out to him every week, every day about clients that you can sell him. He loves that. And then for myself, if you're looking for any kind of real estate questions, have anything like that, feel free to reach out to myself, 858-345-7829. And so let's finish it off. If you're a spammer on LinkedIn, reach out to Kevin Thomas. Thank you, everyone. We got a comment. Let's see. We got. There we go. So, yeah. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.